If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck and looks like a duck, how dare you say it's a duck? Darn you all to heck. All right. Police 101. There was a story out of New York Daily News, I believe. And here are some of what they are telling law enforcement agencies. These are federal guidelines to be put in place. They're trying to impose these on local law enforcement. Okay, let me read them. Do not imitate the speech patterns of others. So if you're from New York like I am, don't y'all come down here in the South and start talking like you're from here, because you ain't. For sure, don't speak Ebonics. Don't speak with a Hispanic accent. And do not speak like you are from Pakistan or India. Number 2, avoid expressing stereotypical assumptions. That person is insanely overweight. I bet they eat a lot. That's a stereotypical assumption and it's wrong. Tell a person why he or she was stopped. I love that car. Do they still make it in that color? 4, remember that most people are good law-abiding citizens. That's true, but that's not why you're stopping someone. 5, don't judge the beliefs or customs of people if they're not breaking the law. Islam, beliefs, customs, don't judge Islamic terrorism in the Quran and the Hadith and the example set by Moses, or rather by Muhammad, if other people aren't following their example at that exact moment. See, remember what the Bible says, judge with righteous judgment. They're saying don't judge. I'm supposed to suspend reality if I'm in law enforcement and not think that there's a greater chance that a devout Muslim could be somebody who would try and cut my head off or shoot me or participate in a 9/11 or a Fort Hood or a New York City or up in Canada or beheading the woman in Oklahoma. I'm not supposed to think that. I'm ignoring you. Don't target certain races because they appear more often in local crime statistics. I just went and checked a stat. It's a few years old. 1/3 of all young black males from ages 20 to 29, 1/3 are in jail, in prison, on parole, or on probation. 1 in 3. That's a horrific number. Now, number one, it could indeed show that there is a preponderance, no, that's the wrong word, that there's a prejudice against young black men in the criminal justice system, okay? They have done statistical studies that show that certain young black men convicted of certain crimes get longer sentences in some areas than white men who commit the same crime. However, the fact of the matter is that if Jesse Jackson is walking down the street in Washington, D.C., a black man, that Jesse Jackson said when he hears footsteps behind him at night and he turns around to see who's following, he's relieved when he sees that it's not someone who's black. It's not young black men. He's relieved. Are you hearing me? Because he knows that these statistics play out. There was a mob beating of some people here recently. And we're talking literally a mob of young African Americans. And the media is so browbeaten that they often won't even say a young black male. We're in pursuit of a young black male. In fact, that's one of the things. Number 7, don't assume that only criminals fear the police. Number 8, generic descriptions of a suspect like young black male do not support reasonable suspicion. What does that even mean? We're in pursuit of a human. Well, what is he? Well, he's young. Okay, great. Is he a he? Yes, I said that, he. What color is his skin? What difference does that make? Do not engage in racial profiling. Number 10, do not tell or tolerate ethnic, racial, or sexist jokes. By the way, I'm Italian. I grew up hearing Italian jokes, okay? I could tell them many of them. There's nothing like a good Italian joke, all right? Friends, obviously, the part of the problem with a really good lie or a really good deception or really good idiocy is that it has elements of truth in it. That's why the court jester or the village idiot were so funny and so beloved, because they would take elements that were true and weave them with fabricated stories and with jokes, okay? There's reasons that stereotypes stick. It's because a lot of times they're true, all right? So this little list of policing tips has good elements in it, but it also has idiocy in it. Flat out idiocy. And Lord have mercy. All right, I have to take a break. We have time. We have to still talk about Hillary and Rand Paul. They're stereotypical. There's a white female running for president, and she's going to pick up the phone at 3 a.m. Hello, it's me, Bill. What? No, Hillary's not here. Yeah, drugs, bring them on over. I have been a leader in the pro-life movement for 30 years. And sadly, we have not prevailed in our goal to make it a criminal act to kill an unborn baby. There's reasons why we have failed. I wrote this book, A Humble Plea, to Catholic bishops, to evangelical clergy, and to lay people, explaining where we went wrong and what we have to do to prevail. We've made this available as a PDF online for free. I encourage you to go and download your own copy. Why does a nice guy like me keep getting thrown in jail? I have been arrested almost 50 times and spent over a year of my life locked up in various prison facilities. And I wrote a book, many books. In fact, one of them is called Why Does a Nice Guy Like Me Keep Getting Thrown in Jail? It's a theological work, answering those who say that the church should not be involved in politics or that we should retreat. I encourage you to get it. In fact, get one and give it to your pastor.